Nah, this nigga was on demon timing, bro. I sent you something on Vanish. Come rub me down before you leave. Holy, I'm by myself right now. Send me something. Let me see that. Yo, oh, yo, this is the same. Yo, this is the same Uzi that we. Hold up. Uzi with purse. Yo, this the same. This the same Uzi that we talking about. This the same Uzi that's saying, "Let me see that booty." This Uzi? Oh hell nah. No Uzi moving like this. What is up, my people? It's your boy XS, and today we are reacting to white woman is accusing Lil Uzi of doing bad things to her. Video is by Poetic Flocko. Okay, let's get straight into it. Let's see what's going on with Uzi, man.
Lil Uzi Vert just got exposed for doing some pretty disgusting and predatory things. So here's what's going on. Roc Nation and Lil Uzi Vert has been named as co-defendants in this new lawsuit by Lil Uzi Vert's ex-assistant, who's alleging that she suffered a multitude of harassment at the hands of
No, I'm not gonna lie. Uzi with this hair back in 2016, 2017 maybe. This was peak Uzi. This was peak SoundCloud era, peak Bad and Bougie era. Yo, this was peak times to be alive. Look.
At the hands of Lil Uzi Vert, and Roc Nation, who was her employer, overlooked it. Lil Uzi Vert is signed to Roc Nation management team, and Roc Nation is who hired her to be Lil Uzi Vert's assistant. Like we've seen with the Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit, where Megan Thee Stallion ex-assistant sued Roc Nation and Megan Thee Stallion for, I believe, like workplace discrimination, harassment, like labor issues. And, you know, she said she suffered this at the hands of Megan Thee Stallion. However, her employer is Roc Nation. So they got to be sued as well for creating a hostile work environment or creating an environment where them being abused was tolerable. Now, in the case of Lil Uzi Vert, the assistant would claim that almost immediately from being hired to be Lil Uzi Vert's assistant, the sexual harassment started. It became pretty evident and very clear very quickly, based on Lil Uzi Vert's and Roc Nation reaction to this lawsuit, that this lawsuit isn't some frivolous, cloud-chasing lawsuit with no merit. No, this lawsuit is pretty credible and is pretty damning. So Uzi met this chick randomly shopping at Balenciaga in LA. He really liked her customer service, I guess, and decided he wanted to make her his personal assistant, so she signed on board. And then ultimately, it got to a point where I think Uzi was with Roc Nation. So the chick took a meeting with Desiree Perez for a salary expectation, and Desiree Perez and her agreed upon her getting paid $100,000 and a relocation fee for $5,000 to move from LA to New York. And apparently, once she got the $100,000 payday, Uzi didn't waste any time getting right to it. According to her, on the same date that she signed the $100,000 salary contract, I guess, Uzi texted her and asked her to stay the night with him at his hotel room. Despite her stating that she did not feel comfortable with Lil Uzi Vert's request, he continued to pester her, sending her dozens of messages in an effort to convince her to sleep in his hotel room. Man,
I mean, I feel like it's pretty known that rappers tend to like try to smash literally any female that works with them. I feel like it's pretty well known. Not saying it's the right thing to do, but let's just entertain this. Let's say if this is true. Does this really surprise me? Nah, not really. Nah.
Listen, bro, y'all can call me what y'all want to call me, bro. I ain't here to pretend with nobody, bro. Straight up, man. Man, that's exactly what an nigga would do, man. Man, cut it. Man, yo, y'all can sit here, and y'all can play the internet games, and y'all can play the respectability politics, and y'all can play the Flocko, how do you know he really man, cut it out, bro. Man, you know this what niggas do, man. You know this what niggas do, man. You seen a little bad chick at Balenciaga's and you really liked her customer service so much you wanted to make her your assistant. Cut it out, man.
Customer service, You were trying to get some different type of service.
Yeah. Cut it out, man. And hitting the broad up right after she got the promotion, of course. We know what that was, man. Man, I ain't finna pay no chick $100,000 if I can't crack
$100,000 a year to be an assistant. Yeah, all right.
But he said, But it didn't just stop here. Yo, this chick actually had messages between her and Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay.
And what I would say, man, is when it comes to Igga, when it comes to the culture or urban culture, this is probably acceptable and normal. When it comes to anybody else, you like the closest thing to Harvey Weinstein, man. This is like Harvey Weinstein activities that Uzi was on. These Iggas get a couple $1 million and forget the hue of their skin tone. Uzi was moving like his last name was Shorts, and he was one of God's chosen people, man. Because Uzi, he attempted to violate the white man's daughter, bro. And I'll be real, how this play out, she probably knew from day one, oh, I got him. I'm gonna file this lawsuit someday.
Nah, this nigga was on demon timing, bro. I sent you something on Vanish. Come rub me down before you leave. Holy, I'm by myself right now. Send me something. Let me see that. Yo, this is the same. This is the same Uzi that we. Hold up. Uzi with purse. Yo, this the same. This the same Uzi that we talking about. This is the same Uzi that's saying, let me see that booty. This Uzi? Oh, hell nah. No Uzi moving like this. I guess he's pretty like a flamboyant guy. Like, he's one of them niggas like Cardi. Like, he be moving like straight and gay at the same time. Nigga doesn't know what side he wants to play. Oh, yeah, he plays both, I guess. I guess he's bisexual. I don't know. I don't know. This is just me assuming. I'm not saying anything. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Anyway.
That's fire me, man. I got it all. Because if you look at the other messages that Uzi was sending her, bro, it's like, man. So Uzi sent her, I sent you something on Vanish. Mind you, this is his employee. Come rub me down before you leave. I'm by myself right now. Send me something. Let me see that booty. Yo, you know what Rick Ross taught all of us, man? Even though what Rick Ross says was ignorant as hell, one of the most ignorant things I think I've ever heard from anybody. But Rick Ross once said, man, listen, I can't sign no female artist, man. And they said, why, Ross? Why won't you sign a talented woman and invest in her? Ross said, listen, man, all right, listen up, bro. All right, so I'm supposed to sign a chick, get her body done, pay for her hair, her makeup, her nails, make her the baddest bitch on earth, make her so desirable, man, that other men want to be with her. But I'm the only man on earth who can't sleep with her, or else I'll get charged.
Yeah, I don't think people don't understand how much investment it is to have a female artist and compared to a male artist. Like, it's way more of an investment. It's way more of a... You're putting yourself into more debt when you're getting a female artist because you have to pay for the looks. So you have to make her attractive. She has to be physically attractive. She has to be appealing to the male, fan base because, let's be honest, like, it's mostly men that listen to I'm pretty sure it's mostly men that listen to music, especially hip hop. If you're talking about rap, so she has to be more appealing. They have to pay for a security team. She probably needs a bigger security team, a glam team to make her makeup, to do her makeup. So it's more of an investment, right? Whereas when it's just like a rapper, bro, it's just a nigga, bro. Yo, give this nigga like $5K for his homeboys. It's good. Yo, let's hit the road. Let's make some money, bro. Like, that's it. But females, you need a whole like team, the glam team. She needs some rooms for 10 female friends that are all fake. They're just trying to get money, snake her out. Probably sleeping with the same guy. Listen, bro, you know what these females are, man.
With all type of crimes and lawsuits. Man, cut it out, man. I'm good. It's not for me. I'm not doing it. Now, that was ignorant for Rick Ross to say, but
that's a fact.
You kind of want to be a Rick Ross before you are a Lil Uzi Vert. Because what Lil Uzi Vert told this chick, as you guys are about to hear, is actually right in line with what Rick Ross said, but Rick Ross got backlash for it. So Uzi apparently wrote this chick, and he told her, you are more than my assistant. You are my bitch. You would hate to be a woman, especially in any profession that caters to any hip-hop personality or any rapper. Because when you are in the culture... Now,
we don't know if this is true,
though. I
don't
speak for hip-hop culture. I can't speak for country or rock culture because I don't know, right? I don't know too many country artists or rock stars. But when you are a woman and you are in a profession where you are catering to rappers and hip-hop personalities and hip-hop figures, what you're subjected to is more than just usual harassment. No, these people or these rappers feel like they own you. They feel like you are their property.
Entitlement.
And it's because a lot of them, in their mind, what you're doing ain't really that taxing. They don't really value what you're doing at all. So the value they see in you is their ability to sleep with you. So in the case of Lil Uzi Vert, or let's say other rappers, if you are a personal assistant and you're going on trips with him, going on tour with him, and you're picking up his calls, and you're picking him up food, and you're doing his laundry at times, and you're dropping off things, and you're handling his scheduling and things of that sort. Man, they see that as a responsibility for a girlfriend. They don't
but it's mostly a sense of entitlement that comes with being let me not even just say a rapper. Let me say a famous artist overall. And I'm saying this from what I've seen, from being around famous people at my workplace. Obviously, I'm not going to say where I work at, but let's just say that I've seen how rappers or singers can get that sense of entitlement, bro. I remember I saw this famous artist, Jamaican artist, go to the place I was working at. And I could you not, he was walking with like 10 people and 5 of the I'm talking about bad chicks with him. And like everywhere he went, because a lot of people knew that he was going to oh crap, I'm going to have to blur that out. A lot of people knew that he was going there. So a lot of people were trying to take pictures, like they were just surrounding him. The group was all talking to. Everybody was trying to get his attention to some kind of extent, and I could see how it could get to someone's brain, like getting that sense of like I'm the center of the world, like I'm the most important figure in the room, like I'm the star, and usually with a lot of with that kind of attention, you can tend to see or perceive life in a whole different like perspective, because you're going to think that everyone works for you or everyone is beneath you and everyone is meant to please you. Trust me, I've seen it. I mean, I can see how artists and like famous people can think that way.
The only reason they pick you is because they want to sleep with you. Unfortunately for Uzi though, this chick had a mastermind in her corner, man. This chick had a dude who's just like me in her corner, man. All right, man, baby, don't trip. All right, don't trip. All right, don't quit that job. Let him do what he gotta do. So the mastermind, which is her boyfriend, he encouraged her to start therapy amid struggles of burning out and harassment by Lil Uzi Vert. So in January of 2024, plaintiff Doe, which is the ex-assistant, was encouraged by her partner and began therapy due to the stress and emotional distress.
Wait, so her partner was encouraging her to keep on doing the job even though she was being harassed by Uzi?
Experience due to
I don't know. Am I reading that right?
Plaintiff Doe began going to therapy on a regular basis. Oh my God. It's bruh. This lawsuit is one of the closest things I think I've ever seen to a certainty, man. You gonna get some paper out of it. Lawsuit this ironclad? Nah, bro, you can't get your way out of this, bro. She even started therapy and documented the therapy journey because of the harassment. And trust and believe, she did this on purpose, by the way. In February of 2024, the company debit cards provided to make purchases for defendant Woods ran dry. Plaintiff was directed to pay out of pocket for food, clothes, and alcohol for Lil Uzi Vert and his entourage. When plaintiff contacted Lil Uzi Vert's manager with requests for reimbursement for her business expenses or standard per diem, she was told she was only entitled to her salary. To this day, they have failed to fully reimburse her for her business expenses. To me, this has to be like an ego thing. I can't possibly think or come to the conclusion Uzi Vert was just so horny that he must smash his assistant. Like, you're Uzi Vert, bro. You could literally cheat on your living girlfriend.
Okay, again, like I said, let's believe this is true, right? How bad is this chick, bro? That he was like typing all kinds of crazy things like this. Like, he was straight to the point. Like, that nigga hired her and instantly he said, yo, Let's get down. Like, how bad was this girl, bro? Yeah, I'm not trying to excuse this behavior. This is 100% wrong. What you know, if this is really true, like this is completely wrong. But like, yo, wasn't Uzi like dating JT? Or isn't he dating JT? I don't know.
Who you have by going on Instagram and just, hey, who want to F me? You will have a million girls trying to F you the same night. So this can't be just a horny thing. It has to be some type of ego tripping power dynamic he has in his head going on. Yeah. Even when you see the next messages where he's verbally abusing her, he brings up like the race dynamic a lot, which points to me out, okay, he gets off on berating this chick. Like he gets off on this chick serving him. He has some type of weird race fetish going on in his head. Man, Uzi on timing, man. Uzi tells this white girl, stop being so effing soft. This is me to you. No black rapper will be able to tell a white girl stop being soft. Well, today I am. Stop being soft. I don't care if you mad, sad, cry, whatever. You a girl, you supposed to.
Wait, what?
And when the assistant apologized for the oversight, Lil Uzi Vert responded, you are more than my assistant. You are my bitch, which was a recurring theme apparently. Now, this is not as bad as it gets worse, okay? During another text exchange in October of 2024, Lil Uzi Vert became angry when the assistant failed to organize all his white clothes in one closet. While under the influence, Lil Uzi Vert sent the assistant over a dozen messages. That's the example of niggas getting money and start acting out their body. When you was in the hood of North Philadelphia, you wasn't organizing all your white clothes in one closet. You get some paper, now you're trying to act outside of your body. Like that wasn't like a principal thing for you, bro. Like that wasn't an important thing for you, bro. Y'all get money and just start doing anything, bro. Honestly, after reading this back again, these messages are now worse than the last one. But it does kind of show like how unstable and erratic Lil Uzi Vert is and how working for him might be hell. So Lil Uzi Vert like tells her or confesses that he's currently on drugs. He says, you're not even on drugs like I am. I don't understand your mental over being successful. You are basically saying F what he say, like I'm just a pushover. All this because she didn't, I guess, organize his clothes like correctly. But I'm not upset. Life only gets better. I'm not trying to be in a bad mood. Everybody counts me out. Like I'm really not a star. I feel that ish. But I have somebody doing it today. Just a little upset, honestly, in regards to the clothes. When Plaintiff Doe responded to Lil Uzi Vert's messages and asked where they go from here, he responded, I'm just mad. It's cool. Defendant Lil Uzi Vert, sexual and verbal harassment of Plaintiff Doe continued throughout the year. Our next complaint is pretty consistent with other lawsuits I've been seeing from other personal assistants of celebrities. Apparently, like overtime is not a thing because in a lawsuit, she would say, yo, there were days that she was working like 39 hours straight, but she never received overtime compensation. Like they gave her a salary, and that salary was $100,000 a year. However, you know, when like she was often working 12-hour days, 18-hour days, 39 hours straight, she wasn't receiving any type of extra compensation, and she feels like that was not fair. This is the exact same complaint that we see Megan Thee Stallion personal assistant has. They both were.
Yeah, I can't imagine being one of these celebrities' personal assistants. I mean, it must look good, like on your CV, but like in actual practice, like being these people's personal assistants must be hell on earth, bro. And the amount of things you probably see on a day-to-day basis, because yeah, most of these celebrities, like they live a pretty wild life. So imagine the things that you see just on a daily basis of what's going on behind the scenes and having to deal with their you know, rants and tantrums because they're stressed that, you know, this didn't work out or that they have to look good for this appearance and then blah, blah, blah. You know, it's probably a very stressful job. And yeah, I can't imagine how that is.
I guess working for Rock Nation. So maybe it's just a Rock Nation thing, but I don't know, right? Is a personal assistant supposed to be on call 24/7? Do they not have a life as well? If that's the case, I don't think $100,000 is worth it. I don't think $100,000 is worth literally being somebody's servant.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good question. You guys let me know in the comments down below. would you take $100K a year to be a personal assistant, but you're basically working for that celebrity 24/7? Yeah, 24/7. Yeah, throughout the year, 24/7 throughout the year. Or let's say for eight or 9 months of the year, you're working 24/7, or you have to be available 24/7. Yeah, you have to be available 24/7 throughout the whole year, basically, for $100K. Would you guys do that? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments.
4 hours a day. I'm good, bro. Right? If I had to make my $42,000 a year and do that and still have my freedom, I would do that, bro. I can't be on a backing call for someone 24 hours a day with no personal life for $100,000 a year. Not happening. She broke down how the labor code, I guess, codifies the right to overtime compensation and 1.5 times the regular hourly rate of pay for hours worked in excess of 8 hours a day, or 40 hours in a week for the first 8 hours worked, blah, 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 blah. So during a relevant time period, apparently she's claiming that she worked in excess of 8 hours in a day, excess of 12 hours in a day, and excess of 40 hours in a week, for which she claims should have been compensated at an overtime rate. Apparently they didn't do so, okay? But where do we see this lawsuit going? Well, lucky for you, we got the answers. It's not going nowhere, okay? The bag was dropped, okay? The defendant, the assistant, was given a bag. Ooh. And she dropped the lawsuit, okay?
I wonder how much she got paid. I wonder. Let's see if Flacco says.
Came to a settlement, all right? Now, what that settlement is, how much it is, I don't know.
Crap. How much did she get paid? She was meant to get paid, or she got paid $100K a year to be a personal assistant. Now she basically won this lawsuit, from what I'm understanding, or they came to I'm forgetting the legal terms, but they came to a mutual agreement, which is paying for the damages or whatever, which doesn't necessarily mean that he's guilty. We have to understand that. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's guilty, but it does look bad when you're paying. And, it's kind of like the Diddy case. Diddy paid off Cassie, but eventually still came out, the video, the footage, and whatever happened. Which, at the end of the day, it didn't, him paying her out didn't really do much for him because, he still got convicted and whatever. But he did pay her, but he was trying to, shut her up, or things from coming out into the light. But that doesn't always mean, when you're paying someone, that you did it. Sometimes most of these rich and famous people, they'll rather pay something just to avoid the headache, or just to, have to deal with something. Because usually, okay, the legal system, for, I don't know how to explain it properly. I'm not the best person to explain this, but you're broke and you're suing a rich person. That rich person has no incentive to fight back with you, because they're just going to spend money on their legal fees. And when they try to get the money that they spent on their legal fees, they're not going to be able to, because you don't have the money for it anyway. However, the other way around, if it's the other way around, let's say, right, you're suing that person, that rich person, and you win, they're going to pay for your legal fees. And obviously they can pay for it because they're rich. So it's a win-win for you, technically. Like, you can't really lose. So anyway, I'm just trying to explain that it doesn't really mean that he's guilty, but this does look very bad. And I mean, she did have screenshots. Now, screenshots can be fabricated. Let's not forget that. This is a bit dodgy, and it is Rock Nation. Let's not forget that. If you know Rock Nation, you know that they try. Listen, I'm not even trying to get on Rock Nation's bad side, but they be doing a lot of slimy stuff around there. Let me just say that. A lot of very, if you know, type of thing.
But they came to a settlement and the lawsuit was dropped.
Settlement, that's the word I was looking for.
She had them right, left, and center. It wasn't even a discussion at this point, bruh. It was not even a discussion. Like what's there to discuss? She got the messages, she got the proof, she got everything you need. Cut. But, Rock Nation, drop that bag, man. All right, y'all let me know in the comment section, man. What do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Lil Uzi Vert is in his Weinstein bag with this one, or y'all think?
Yeah, you guys, let me know what do you think about this situation. Do you guys think Uzi is guilty? Do you guys think he's being framed and he just decided to pay for it? Just to get this done and over with, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the court system can be very long and tiresome for these people, for these famous people. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Let me know your comments in the Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to also subscribe. I'm trying to get to our 500 subscribers by April, and I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that is supporting me. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Check this video that's popping up right now. I'm out. Peace.